One more vape since I don't want people to know I'm on camera vaping.
What is up, you guys?
Hold on, not yet.
I recorded already.
Yeah,
I started recording already.
You can cut that shit out. You can cut that shit out.
No, I think it'd be funny if we kept it in here, honestly, right. And then cut it out and then. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to A and B Disagree podcast. This is episode 2, and we are presenting our first video along with the audio. So we're gonna be talking about some stuff today. I think first we're gonna be talking about our most anticipated albums of 2021, and then we'll go into Ace's topic about sports-related album covers. Then we'll talk about my favorite album covers of all time, and then we'll go to a segment that we're gonna do every week. It's called What Are We Listening To This Week? So the songs that we're really fucking with and everything we're vibing with, and then maybe something that you might end up vibing with if we introduce it to you. And then the last segment, we'll just explain it.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Get y'all involved in the process.
Exactly.
All right. Let's get started.
All right, so we're gonna first, of course, as I said, we're gonna start with most anticipated albums of 2021. So we're kind of gonna do what we did last week, where I say one, with like Asa says one, I say one, Asa says one. You get the point. So I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna say that my first most anticipated album of 2021 is 24K Golden's El Dorado.
24K, man.
Yeah. The thing about 24K Golden is he has been. I mean, a lot of people know who 24K Golden is now. Let's be real. Like Mood and City of Angels and Valentino, like the song that blew up. And Valentino, I know, is the song that blew up on TikTok.
Yep.
So I remember back when that first came out. I didn't really like that song that much. That was probably one of my least favorite ones, honestly. And I found out about 24K Golden through one of Skizzy Mars' songs, because that was when I was like, and that's called Bayside, by the way.
Skizzy Mars stan, I just want to point that out right now. I'm going to talk more about that in my upcoming albums, but just going to point that out now.
Yeah, fuck yeah. So that shit'll be dope for sure.
Does it have a release date yet? Or like
El Dorado does not.
It does not.
I believe it. So he is dropping a song next week called 321. That's off his album.
Yep.
And I don't necessarily have a release date. He hasn't really said anything about it yet.
I feel like that'd be more of like a summer drop. Because like his music is like your summer vibes, where like you can just like roll down the windows and like drive down the road wherever you're at.
No, really, for real. Honestly. And then so anyway, I didn't even finish what I was saying before. Sorry, guys. I found out about 24K Golden like right before he blew up. Like I found him through that song, that Skizzy Mars song, Bayside, like I was saying, and I was just like, who the fuck is 24K Golden? Like, I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And I look him up, and then I find a couple of his songs, and I'm just like, yo, this dude is fucking sick.
Yeah.
And I remember he teased City of Angels like 3 or 4 months before it actually came out, and I'm just like, dude, this song is fire. This song is gonna be fire when it drops. I know this is gonna blow up. I wasn't expecting him to blow up just right when he did, because it was like 2 weeks before. Like, I figured out who he was 2 weeks before, and all of a sudden, that's when TikTok. I mean, I don't know how long TikTok's been so popular. I think it's been since 2019, kind of, since the summer of. I feel like
2020 was the most downloaded app in the world. One of which I don't have downloaded.
I also don't have it.
Fuck yeah.
Yep. And I probably never will.
Not getting sucked into that social media shit all the time.
Maybe one day. We actually will talk about that a little bit later.
Business intent only.
Yeah, business intent only. We like it for fun. I mean, it's for fun, but we're not trying to blow up on TikTok. Like, we don't care.
Yeah, but
other than that, 24K Golden's album El Dorado. When that shit drops, I expect all of y'all to check that shit out. Fun fact: 24K Golden. His real name is Golden, and his album's called El Dorado. El Dorado is the city of gold.
And that is such a fucking badass
connection.
That is such a badass connection there between
it really is,
that whole thing.
Anyway, but yeah, so we're gonna let Asa get into his favorite now. Anticipated, my bad.
Alright, squad. So first off, like many of you, I'm a fan of Drake. I've been into Drake's catalogs for ever since he really started popping off. And with the release of Certified Lover Boy coming up, I was really excited because it was rumored that this would have a lot of Take Care vibes, and Take Care is my favorite Drake album, just because of like the very moody production with songs like Look What You've Done in Practice, That song or that album also had a bunch of bangers like Underground Kings, Hell Yeah Fucking Right. I used to jam that song when I was like 14.
The motto.
And that was like my locker room song. Like that was just, you know.
I think that's the only rap I ever actually listened to when I was in middle school.
I know every single lyric to that song. Weezy's verse is crazy on that, and then of course the motto. Yeah. That's when YOLO first got introduced, and I was a big Drake fan.
Drake was the only rapper I ever listened to growing up.
Yeah, right.
Other than like right when I got into high school is when I actually started liking rap.
Mm-hmm.
Drake was the only exception for the longest time.
Drake has this sort of thing, and I feel like when he goes sort of down this love path with his music, it's like he's a lonely king in a way, you know? Yeah. Like, he's got all the shit in the world, but he just doesn't have, like, that one significant other person.
That he wishes he would have.
Like, one thing about Drake, I remember saying this last week, is he always has this very pristine, and, like, whenever I listen to his music, I almost feel like a king, because all the production sounds so pristine and, like, rich and extravagant.
I agree.
And, like, that's just something that, like, I like listening to at times, you know? But I have a recent, I don't know if any of y'all have heard it, but Certified Lover Boy was supposed to come out in January, and so then it got delayed.
Of course it did.
So when it got delayed, I first found out that it was delayed due to Drake going in rehab. And at first I was like, holy shit, you know, like, I hope the man's doing alright. You know, like, rehab, that really sucks. This motherfucker was talking about rehab from knee surgery. Bro. He couldn't make music because of knee surgery. You can't see my scars from here. I've torn my meniscus and my ACL. I was back in motherfucking high school a week later. And then I was back playing sports like a year later once I finally got cleared. So the fact that this motherfucker can't make an album or uses that as an excuse.
Drop the album, Drake. Quit fucking around.
The fact that you use knee rehab as an excuse, like, I don't understand. All I did was sit on my ass and watch TV and do homework when I was, when I couldn't move my legs, you know, when I had surgery. Like, I just think that, like, that's such a stupid excuse, especially after going through knee surgery myself.
I've never had any major injuries to where I've needed surgery.
It's not
except when I was like 4 years old, I needed stomach surgery because I had a hernia. But that's about it. That's the only thing I've ever, like, and that was when I was super young. So as long as I've been like an adult or a young adult, I've never had to be anything like that.
I wish I could say the same. I've been in the emergency room too many times. I have this scar right here.
That's what happens when you play sports.
I don't know if you can see that.
Honestly, I can see that.
So I was in gymnastics. My mom used to put me in gymnastics when I was like 5. I was trying to do a cartwheel, and there was like this glass wall, and I fucking smoked it, and it completely like split my upper lip. Had to get rushed to the ER for that when I was 5 years old. When I was 4 years old, I was playing on monkey bars at the park, and I was like swinging, and you know when you put too much momentum, so I did that, and I fucking put my arm out in front, completely smashed my wrist. And like, I don't know if you can hear this on camera.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
That hurt my ear. That made my
I don't know if y'all can hear that, but anytime I can crack my wrist and shit like that. What else do we got?
Typically, I love hearing cracks, but I don't know why that made me cringe a little. It made me cringe.
What else is there? I've had ear surgery on multiple occasions. I had ear tubes at one point. Let's see. The worst one by far was my reconstructive knee surgery. I'd have my meniscus repaired because it was torn off like a bucket handle, and my surgeon had to like, I don't know if any of you can attest, but usually when you're our age, you want to keep your meniscus because it's just something you need in your body. For when when you grow up, and usually when like
remember all these soccer players and lacrosse and football and basically anything that involves running, so every single sport ever,
you're gonna want a meniscus. So what my surgeon did is he took his whatever tool and he like pushed it back into place, and like my surgery took like an hour and a half longer than it was supposed to because of that, but
ouch.
My meniscus is healed. But yeah, I have scars on my knees. Part of me wants to get a tattoo over them, or not over them, but like, this might sound really stupid, but
maybe one day we'll show you it.
So I wear ripped jeans all the time, and I want to get like, because if any of you have had knee surgery, you know how it's like right down the middle of your knee. I want to get like a smiley face like right here, and then have like my scar be like a stick figure, and then have the legs. Dude, like it's fucking stupid as hell, but like
just imagine everybody just like,
yeah, right?
A stick figure on your leg, like what the fuck?
Exactly. But I've had that. What other injuries have there been? I've ruptured my eardrum twice doing the same thing. I live on a lake and I love going tubing and water skiing. And I bought this tube last year, and my roommates came over in the summer, and it was the first time I'd seen my one roommate Nick from Wisconsin, because everything happened with COVID. I hadn't been able to see him in months. And so me and my other roommate Tyler were hanging out at the lake. I was trying to teach Ty how to wakeboard. I taught him. You're welcome, Ty. But
damn,
Nick,
Ty, fuck you. Fuck you, Ty. I'm just kidding.
So Nick came over, and actually, yeah, fuck Ty. So,
fuck Ty.
So then we go tubing, and Ty just starts gripping it and ripping this fucking shit. He's like fucking, we're going like 30 miles an hour, and the thing about tubes is like, body weight. So it was one of those tubes where you lay flat on your chest and then your legs kind of dangle over the back. And Nick is this like 6'5" guy, like weighs more than me, so he's flopping all over me. He's like, we're swinging back and forth like
Nick?
this.
Oh, fucking
yeah.
Tall ass,
and
bro.
So
looks like a fucking noodle.
I'm barely holding on, and I'm like, Nick, I gotta fucking let go. And he's like, all right. So I let go. My head smokes the water.
Ow.
I like get out of the water.
I can only imagine how bad that hurt.
I can't hear it in my right ear. I had a shit ton of vertigo. And then they came around, and I was like, y'all gotta take me back in. I was like...
I bet everybody's thinking, like, this has nothing to do with music at all. And then they're all just like... Somebody who watches this is probably gonna be like, why the fuck did you guys get so off topic? And then we're just gonna be like, you know what? We have lives and things we want to talk about.
Hey, yeah, this is about us too. Not just about music.
Yeah, it's not just about music. You guys want to hear about what we go through? How about I tell you about that? No, I'm just kidding.
You're all good, but ended up rupturing my eardrum. I couldn't put my I couldn't submerge my head underwater until this past January was the first time where I jumped in a pool and I fucking put my head underwater all the way.
Dude, I remember one time I went to the Corey's in St. Cloud, and
Corey's an awesome place.
My buddy Big Will. I don't really talk to him anymore. But we still have love for each other.
Right.
So no bad blood there. So don't anybody get any wrong ideas. But so he jumped off the highest one.
The 40-footer.
And then he got he got an ear infection from that.
Yeah.
And I remember the whole ride home. This man, like, we were playing music loud as fuck because he laid in the trunk the whole ride home. Because we had to, like, because we were in a packed ass car.
Yeah, right.
He's a pretty big dude. No offense. He is a pretty big dude, so he had to fit in the back.
Trunk is not the best for him.
He laid there. Her speakers were in the back. And she's out here blaring fucking music.
Yeah.
My friend Maddie, she was blaring music, and then he just all you just fucking hear in the back is just like, can you turn this shit down? My fucking ear hurts. And
I can't even imagine, because your whole body's vibrating at that point.
I don't think I've ever had an ear infection. So
Dude.
It's like, I don't understand. I don't really know how that feels.
I've had so many sinus infections and just fucking ear infection. Like, it fucking sucks. And I know y'all can attest. Like, I don't usually get sick. Whenever I do, it's like a sinus infection. Fucks you up for like a week.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, it fucks up your entire headspace. And like, oh man.
Anyways, back to the music.
Yeah,
Let's get back there, because everybody's probably like, yo, shut the fuck up and get back to the music.
Drop the album, Jake.
Drop that shit, bro. Next on my list for, I don't know why I got my mind blanks just for a second. Next on my list for our most anticipated albums is Black. For those who don't know who Black is, you do. Trust me, you know who Black is. You probably say it like 6 lakh, though.
Oh, yeah, I was just gonna say, can we establish that?
Fuck you if you say that. Say Black. His name is Black, not 6 lakh. Anyway, I'm excited for his album because, you know, I've always been a Black fan, and he's like my favorite. He's my favorite artist to make love songs. Like, he because every single song in every single like album, it's like it always resonates in some way. Like it's relatable in some way. Like, you've always have like, come on, every relationship song is relatable in some way. Like, there's a lyric in a song that you're like, oh shit,
that you just resonate with so much.
I've been through that. Like, you know, and it's like,
he's speaking to me.
One. He is an amazing rapper too. Like, don't sleep on he can sing, but he can rap, and I've heard that shit. Cause Nonchalant on his pretty fucking, I'm stupid, East Atlanta Love Letter.
Yeah.
That album.
What's your favorite song off that album? Here, I'll put the track list.
Fuck, dude, I'm thinking. Balenciaga Challenge. That's perfect example of that he can like rap and sing, and then Nonchalant, just straight up rap, spitting fucking bars. My favorite bar on that album, on that song, I mean, is, you call 911, I pull up in a Porsche. Tell me that shit doesn't slap, bro. And he's like, the boy didn't grew to be the man, learned how to kill a hook, Peter Pan. That shit is like, what the fuck, bro? That shit is dope,
dude.
Like,
oh, man. There's
shit like that. Like, it's just like he is very clever. His music, like, he's melodic. His music is just all around fire. Like, it's just like every album he has front to back, great.
He has such a good voice with his production, you know, and his voice is kind of like, it's almost like a relaxing in a way, you know.
It's just kind of like one of the, it's like that's like the one guy who's like, I can cry to,
right?
Like,
and
be okay with it. I'd be like, I'm listening to Black right now,
dude. Oh my god, this track list, Loaded Gun. That's my favorite song by far. That bass drop, oh my god. That bass drop on Loaded Gun is really incredible.
And Let Her Go. I saw him in concert in 2018, and that was probably one of my favorite concerts.
Not to brag about you, but you met him too, didn't you?
I did meet him. Yeah, it was so dope.
Lucky man.
He probably doesn't even fucking remember me. He'd probably see this video and probably be like, I don't fucking remember this this guy. He's like, I've never fucking seen this guy in my life.
No, he seems like a chill guy.
But he might not remember though. I mean, he probably meet a lot of people, and I don't blame him for not remembering it. So it's totally okay, bro.
I don't expect.
We didn't get a picture together. We did not get a picture together. But dope. I'm excited for that album. It's just I know it's gonna be good because he's like a steady hit maker. Think about all the things that he's dropped, and think about what has he dropped that hasn't gone like somewhat popping. Like fucking Problems, Free, like Pretty Little Fears.
Free Black was such an amazing album, especially I don't know if that was his official
that was technically his first
official debut,
album.
but like that was
it was
for being like an album that got him really popular. It was such a good album.
Yeah, it was like his first actual project.
Yeah.
And he's already very, very popular. I mean, like he's still underrated in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, he really is.
Although, I mean, feature with J. Cole, I mean, he's underrated in terms of like fan wise, but I feel like the industry
the industry definitely appreciates
he's
him
well
as an
respected
artist because because even like I know him J. Cole, JID and all of them are really good friends, and I'm sure JID plays some part in like kind of the connection with Drake.
Right.
Not Drake, what the fuck am I talking about? J. Cole.
Yeah.
Because because JID is on Dreamville, which is J. Cole's label.
Right.
And then JID and Black are both from East Atlanta, so they kind of already had some sort of connection before they both kind of made it. And by the way, the thing that really put me on with Black is this song on JID's first project, The Never Story. So good.
That's
first
amazing.
official like Dreamville, first official Dreamville project.
The Never
I should
Story,
say.
that whole album.
The Never Story, 8701. That's where I was just like, Black is a different breed of fucking artist, dude.
Right.
So fire. But yeah, I don't know what the name of Black's album yet is. He hasn't released any type of information like that. I know it's supposed to be his third album, third studio album. No name, no release date, but it is coming out this year. That's all I know for sure.
Alright, next up for me we got Skizzy Mars with Pro Bad Decision Maker, which drops tonight, but it's tonight for us. It'll already have dropped by the time y'all are seeing this. But Skizzy Mars is a very underrated artist in my opinion, and he has such an expansive catalog that is absolutely incredible. I started listening to this guy when I was like 12 years old, and I always thought it was badass how he would talk about drugs and sex and doing illegal stuff when I was like 13 or 14, because like I was never in those situations, and like Skizzy Mars was like an outlet, and like Skizzy Mars is not the best lyricist of all time, but it was simple enough for me in my young brain to understand all that stuff. But Pro Bad Decision Maker drops tonight. I'm super excited. One of the best things about Skizzy Mars is his production and his voice goes so well together.
Is it a single? I think it is a single.
I think it is, but I feel like that the album might be called that as well.
Yeah, I mean, probably. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Right.
But I was just making sure.
Either way, new Skizzy Mars.
So we have accurate information.
Either way, new Skizzy Mars will be out by the time y'all are seeing this, and y'all should really check it out. It's called Pro Bad Decision Maker.
It's worth it. That's how I found out about 24K Gold, and thanks Skizzy Mars for that one. So thank you, Skizzy. I mean, I probably would have heard about him anyway because he blew up or whatever.
Actually, speaking of, you were mentioning how you met Black. Skizzy Mars is one of the only artists who I've actually met. My mom was lucky enough to get VIP tickets for me when I was like 16 because it was a week before my birthday. And so I got to see him on the Alone Together tour, and he had like a whole band and all these guitars and so many instruments and whatever. And he's just such a cool guy. He's just like a relaxed and just
I remember
stand-up guy.
Yeah, and I've also met him different times though, because I went and saw him in 2018.
Yeah.
And I was like me and my buddy Austin and then a couple other people. We were all there. So I guess I didn't necessarily meet him,
right?
But we kind of met him because like I mean they had already met him before.
Yeah.
The people that I was there with, they're like, yeah, he came out one time because blah blah blah. Like, but I remember we kind of like we got to see him. He came out because he came out of the place where he was because we were standing out there, and then he like comes outside and like he fucking looks at all of us and. So I didn't meet him, I guess.
You had an interaction.
I'm capping. I didn't meet him.
You had an interaction.
But I had him in my vicinity, and I said we tried yelling at him, getting his attention.
Sound with the eyes.
And then right after that, I remember he walks down the road and he tweets out. We all had his tweet notifications on. He tweets out something about having anxiety and shit like that. And I feel like we kind of felt like maybe he felt like maybe we were putting too much pressure on him to like try to talk to him.
Right.
So.
That's a big thing with
we all felt
celebrities,
really
too.
bad.
Yeah.
So we were kind of just like, all right, we'll leave him alone.
Exactly.
Like, we're not gonna bug him.
That's like the disparity between being a celebrity and being a fan is like, you got to think about it in the celebrities like they don't want to be filmed all day, and that's all they get. There's the paparazzi, there's the media, there's the press, and then there's fans who want to come up and they're like, you know, it's a life-changing moment for us, but it's a daily occurrence for them.
I met him with my eyes.
So we go up and we're like, holy shit. We're like, oh my god, can I get a picture of you? Or like, I hate like, dude. I try to be well respectful and I try to be like, hey, can I get a picture with you instead of fucking Snapchat. I just
remembered something, bro. That day, me and my buddy Austin, we showed up at the concert, but we were in the back doors to get into the backstage part.
Right.
And we were like, somebody said something, and we were like, oh, we're here for Skizzy Mars, but we were saying we're here for the concert is what we were trying to say, but they were like, oh, I thought you guys were coming on the bus. Thought I was with Skizzy. They thought we were with Skizzy Mars, dude. And then we were gonna play along with it, but we were like, no, we're just here for the concert. They're like, oh no, you gotta wait up there. Damn. And I'm just kind of like, in the moment, I was like, fuck, we should have.
You want to be a nice guy,
I was like, we should have went with it, bro.
Fuck,
we really
should have taken advantage of that.
Yeah, we should have went with it. I was dumb. I honestly regret that.
Yeah.
It would have been a fun experience to do that. But anyway, my next anticipated album. Why the fuck do I keep saying favorite, dude? Anyway, my next anticipated album is Lil Nas X's, and a lot of people might think that's because like he's super mainstream. But the thing about Lil Nas X is like, think about it. Every single thing he's dropped since he's been famous has been a hit. Maybe not like Holiday has had its peak, but it's also still pretty popular. But like, think about it, like Panini, Rodeo, all this basically everything he's dropped has had like some sort of light shit on it, like to the point where it's like everybody knows it. So it's like Old Town Road was like fucking blew up, and it was on the charts for several weeks. Like, and then Panini fucking super popular, and it's like, and it's not only popular just because obviously it's popular for a reason. It's popular because it's good. It's because he's a fucking hit maker, straight up. Like he's got a song that he's been teasing for probably like now a while. He's been teasing it for a while, but he's been teasing it more recently because it's about to drop. It's called Call Me By Your Name, and it sounds so good, bro. Like, the guitars in that song sound fire.
What type of vibe is it?
I don't really know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you consider it like pop or
Didn't have as much. I mean, he's like a genre bender. You know, he can rap and country. He had Billy Ray Cyrus with him. That is so badass because those are two very conflicting genres. Personally, I'm a very big fan of both. But those are two very conflicting genres, you know?
Just listen to this. Like, tell me this doesn't sound fire. Like, you hear that production? Like, that beat sounds so good. And I mean, and his voice is fire. So it's like he knows how to sing. He knows how to rap. Give him the credit he deserves. People might think he is overrated because his top song is Old Town Road, but no.
I wanted to...
It's gonna be nothing but hits on that album, I promise.
So I got a point to bring up about how he's a hit maker. I feel like, cause you know, like Old Town Road got big off TikTok and everything.
Yeah.
I feel like I saw a video on this actually from a YouTuber named Volksgeist. He's an incredible music YouTuber. It looks like you're watching a feature film whenever you watch his videos. I recommend all of you check that out. That's Volksgeist. And he made a video saying how it was either Volksgeist or Alpha Media. I don't remember actually off the top of my head, but they're both great YouTubers. Anyways,
excuse me.
So they with TikTok becoming so popular and with all these things becoming like trends or whatever, I feel like there's no really such thing as like a one-time wonder anymore. Yeah, like a one-hit wonder.
Maybe back in like when this shit, they didn't have social media to really push
exactly,
it out. Like Carly Rae Jepsen with Call Me Maybe.
Right.
Straight up.
And I feel like we're shitting on TikTok and like I don't have it, but I feel like that's such a good reason for it. Is it helps get a lot of artists.
It really does. You know how many artists have blown up on TikTok just last year?
Exactly.
And 2019. Like I know Trevor Daniel, he blowed up because of that Falling song that he dropped, which I remember we both were talking about how we heard that because of some YouTuber named Aaron's is his YouTube name because he always like talks about like all these underrated songs.
Makes playlist videos monthly.
So
check them out.
So dope. Because that's how I found a decent amount of my music. Him and then that Aries guy that we were talking about a while ago.
I could talk about Aries all day. And, he'll be brought up in another topic.
He blew up. 24K Golden blew up because of TikTok. Who else? Who else blew up because of TikTok? I'm trying to think.
I don't know, because I don't have TikTok. I don't really tune in like that.
Yeah, but then everybody's like, you always hear people say, that's a TikTok song.
Yeah, and I hate that. I absolutely hate
hearing that.
Because I feel
No Idea is a TikTok song. Fucking Don Toliver song. Great song.
Yeah.
Obviously, I heard it before Kid was on TikTok, so fuck you.
If the only music you find is straight out of TikTok, you're listening to music wrong.
You guys don't do your research, bro.
I mean,
you gotta do more research.
That's completely fine.
No, you gotta. Nah, it's not okay. You guys need to think for yourselves sometimes. I'm just playing. Yeah, do whatever you want. I don't actually care. I just don't. I just like what's poppin'. Jack Harlow.
Yeah.
That's what I just thought. Jack Harlow is one of the people who blew up on TikTok. He blew up on TikTok because I remember he blew up on TikTok because of what's poppin', which I'm not surprised. Great fucking song. But at the same time, it's like give Jack Harlow the credit he deserves, because he's not just what's poppin'. Like, that's not all he is.
Right.
He has so many good songs. Like, it's not, and it's just like all of these artists, like they'll have one song blow up and then everybody will forget about him.
Yeah.
Like, and that's how I feel. Like like even except I think 24K Golden's probably one of the only artists that blew up on TikTok that people are still like, oh, fucking 24K Golden. Like Mood is very popular.
And
still.
I feel like he's known for not necessarily known for blowing up off TikTok, but like when he rose, you know, he's kind of the
like,
one artist
like, TikTok
who
song,
he's still
TikTok
lasted.
Song. Yeah,
and, you know.
City of Angels TikTok song.
Yeah.
Fucking Valentino TikTok song. Like, it's not a fucking TikTok song. It's 24K Golden song. Get it right.
All right.
I'm just talking shit, dude. I just honestly though, I hate when people say that. I hate when people are like, that's a TikTok song.
Oh,
it's
me
not
too.
a TikTok song.
No, I don't have TikTok.
That's nothing against anybody who says that, but it's like,
it's not a TikTok song.
It's on TikTok, but it's not a TikTok song.
Exactly. It's a song that you found on TikTok and a lot of other people found on TikTok, and it's getting viral off of TikTok. That doesn't mean it was. Besides
It
fucking.
doesn't mean it was made for TikTok.
Besides that Drake song.
Fuck that Drake song.
What is that Drake
the
song?
The Tootsie Slide?
Yeah. Not gonna lie, it kind of got a ring to it.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna cap. It does. Whatever. But you get our point.
Moving along. Let's see here. My last guy was Skizzy, right? I'll just say one more. Cause like I'm one person who I anticipate albums, but it's not like I search and look out. I listen to a lot of newer music just as much as I listen to old music. So instead of like anticipating and getting hyped up for someone's album, I I just listen to a wide variety of stuff. But my last artist is another rapper, but Kanye West. I was so disappointed in Jesus is King. Kanye West is one of my favorite artists of all time. And he's got such an expansive...
He's anticipating something what the last fucking 3 things Kanye's dropped. Garbage.
Last 3? Hold up. Is that
I'm just kidding.
Hold up.
Are you saying Life of Pablo was fire, dude?
Okay.
Life of Pablo was fire. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Alright. Last 2, I'll give you that.
Last 2, yo.
I'll give you that.
Hey, but that one, what's it called? Yay? Ghost Town is a good song.
I mean, that wasn't a bad album.
Yeah, but even Kids See Ghosts, right here. You see? It's right behind him.
Not gonna lie. I did not love that as much of other people.
Kind of disappointed in that.
Yeah.
So it's just like Kanye is not consistent anymore, like he was when he was like with the Graduation and Dropout,
the Bear series, and
all
then
that stuff.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, his collaboration with Jay-Z.
Dude,
oh my god.
Jesus though,
I loved it. He just has so much music that I just absolutely love.
Black Skinhead. That song is such a good party song.
That song gets people going.
Blood on the Leaves is probably my favorite Kanye song of all time.
Really?
It's so good.
Mine's Runaway.
Runaway too. Yep. Runaway and Blood on the Leaves are my 2 favorite Kanye songs. One, because Runaway is just, it kind of makes you feel good. It kind of makes you feel like...
Runaway is a song, I could talk about it all day. Alpha Media just released a song, or a video on YouTube, just going very into depth. I'd recommend watching that. But the thing about Runaway is it's about coming to terms with your flaws and accepting who you are as a person.
And it's just like, sometimes you can be an asshole. Sometimes I can be an asshole.
Right.
Personally, I mean, I know a lot of people that know me think that I'm a nice guy, or know that I'm a nice guy. 'Cause, I mean, I like to think I am a nice guy.
Right.
But I can be an asshole. And a lot of people that know me, that know me very personally, instead of just on Snapchat and all the things, because I'm very positive, but I'm also can be an asshole because I can get upset too, like anybody else, because I am human. But so you guys, but if you're not close with me, you probably won't see that side of me, because I just want to be. I want to be a nice guy, you know. I don't want to look like an asshole. But I get upset, so sometimes I can be an asshole.
Right.
And that's perfect example. Like a song like that, it's makes you feel like it's okay to be an asshole sometimes, you know. And it's just it kind of just gives you this feeling
and like it's about like things that you will never be
clarity.
able to change.
It's like clarity, you know. It's just a song that gives you clarity.
And Kanye is the perfect example of that, because when Runaway was released, it was after all the media coverage, after the whole Taylor Swift thing happened, you know. And like Kanye is just such like he's been in so much controversy. He's the only way you can describe him is unapologetically himself.
Yeah.
You know, and that's something that I absolutely love about the guy. And you know, especially with him being
you gotta give him the credit.
a mental health patient, stuff like that. Like he accepts all of his flaws.